Just wanted to do a wee video first of all to thank everyone that supported my table at the Scottish Invert Show. Saltire Spiders. So again, thanks to everyone that came by and spent their hard-earned money and supported me. I'm really want to kind of try and push this as a sustainable business. It's a hobby that means an awful lot to me. I care deeply about these animals and I would love to turn it into a livelihood, but one step at a time, one show at a time. And again, I'd just like to thank everyone for their support. Right, I wanted to make this video for two reasons. First one being I'm not overly confident with the camera in my face, so so here we are. And what I wanted to discuss was, in light of a wee Facebook post about me giving an OBT out as a prize, I just want to address what my theory is on aggressive, defensive, docile spiders. My theory is that every single tarantula species, there's your old worlds will react in a certain way the majority of the time, but that's not exhaustive. New worlds, again, they're supposed to be docile, supposed to be more placid, but again, that's excuse me, that's not an exhaustive rule. So you could have a Chilean rose that's absolutely wild, and you could have an OBT that is essentially a guinea pig. You could handle it if you wanted. I don't recommend handling, and here's my reasons for that. My reasons for not handling unless necessary is, and now I used to do it, I used to handle it, take spiders out and show young kids, and used to go to my wee boy's nursery and stuff like that, and you'd be not so much letting the children handle them, but letting teachers and what have you. I then discovered that people are scared. They may throw your spider across the room in a fit of terror, and I value my spiders more than I value them. So I still do take spiders to show people, but I don't promote handling even by myself. Everything's done, paintbrushes, blah blah blah. Right, the reason for that is I believe that every single tarantula on this earth is not either aggressive, defensive, docile. Every single one of them is a very, very shy, reclusive animal. They all just exhibit different levels of touch avoidance. Now, what I mean by that is, if you touch your Grammostola pulchra, your supposed very docile spider, you touch that on the back leg with a wee paintbrush, it might walk slowly away from you, and therefore you could potentially pick it up, right? But why would you pick it up? And now my reason for asking the question is, you touch the back leg or you touch any part of any tarantula, you'll get one of a few responses. You'll get, firstly, either a feeding response, which is what it is. It mistakes the touch for a prey item touching it. It'll turn around, make an attempt at grabbing it, realise it's not food, and it'll quickly withdraw. The second one is the one I just said there, whereby they'll walk away from the source of the touch, be it slowly, or they'll bolt away quickly. Right, now, even walking away slowly, that animal is still giving you the message that I do not want to be touched by you. I'm walking away from that touch. So just because it does it slowly doesn't mean that it's comfortable with it. It just means that its response is calmer to the avoidance. And the ones that are labelled aggressive, I don't believe any single tarantula is aggressive. None of them are aggressive. They're defensive. Your what would be classed as your old world defensive, aggressive, whatever spiders, you know, the majority of the time they'll bolt down a burrow, they'll run away really quickly, and people panic because they're running about super quick. Very occasionally they'll turn round, they'll rear up, they'll show the fangs, they'll do the threat posture, all that kind of stuff. They'll maybe slap the ground and say, you know, you one more step and I will bite you. They're very rarely going to bite you. The only time you really hear of people getting bitten is handling, intervening when breeding. You know, if the male's going to get attacked, they'll try and intervene, and they'll usually end up getting tagged instead of the male. And again, shoving your hand into places in the enclosure where the spider's giving you every sort of hint that it doesn't want you there. So that's just my perception and my theory on keeping different levels of spiders. Every single one of them is a reclusive, shy animal that doesn't want you to bother it. They all just show it in a different way. So I hope that kind of clears things up with regards to my theory on the OBT being a kind of malign species. I think there's nothing wrong with them. I don't believe that there's beginner species. I think people keep spiders based on their confidence level. I wouldn't suggest anyone, I wouldn't talk anyone out of, say, a pokey as your first spider if you are confident with the husbandry requirements and you're confident with the fact that it's a fast animal and you're aware of the potency of the venom or whatever. Right? Do your research, guys. None of these animals are out to get you. They're all out to get away from you in different ways. Right? We love these animals. Please respect them. And let's respect each other within the hobby as well, because all of us, with the exception of a few, are in this to make a difference and to benefit other hobbyists. So again, thanks everybody for your time and coming along to see me at the Invert Show. Hopefully it's the first of many shows, and hopefully this is the first of many videos where I will talk you through my theories on keeping these wonderful animals. Anyway, from me, from Saltire Spiders, from everybody up here, thanks to everybody that turned up at the Scottish Invert Show. Thanks again, guys. Take care.